Not long after I arrived in Dublin, well, as a matter of fact, I came to Dublin ill with a bronchial infection, and I was in my motel room out at Comfort Inn, which was my residence for the first month here, and I received a phone call from one of this region's most prominent Democrats. I would call this individual Mr. Democrat, and he confessed to sin. He says, "Ed," said, "I just voted for the first Republican in my lifetime." He said, "I voted for Tommy Baker. Tommy, I had not met you at the time, but I knew that you had to be a special package for this gentleman to vote for you." Now, I will not tell you who that gentleman is for fear that some of you good Democrats here might not forgive him. Tommy Baker is one of our own. Tommy Baker was a student here. He was an adjunct faculty member here. And he, too, made a wonderful contribution in the end, and I must tell you about that. Tommy did the same thing that we asked Joan to do, and that was to support the Senate version of this bill. Not only did he go against his own House of Delegates in doing that, but he was the only Republican to do so. So Tommy, we know what you did. We know about your sacrifice. We thank you for that, and we would like to extend the opportunity to have you come and extend greetings to this group. Thank you. I'm very sensitive to the time, but I'm also sensitive to the fact that this is such a special occasion. But I would like to say one more time, Delegates Baker and Munford and Senator Marie, we will be forever grateful to you. We love you, and thank you so much. It means a great deal to have the support of folks like you. At this time, I'm going to very quickly recognize some groups. Bear with me. This is the part of the program that I fear, because you always miss someone. And I don't mean to. If I miss you, God only knows I didn't mean to. But I want to start with a group that so frequently gets introduced last, and it's already been said here this morning, and I thank you for saying it, Joan. And the New River Community College faculty and staff are the most caring and most competent group of people with whom I have ever worked in my lifetime. And I would like to begin this recognition symbolically as placing them right at the top of this list. So I'm going to ask all of our college employees if they will stand. And all of you guests, please recognize them. You met our state legislators. I won't ask them to stand again. Again, we thank you for being here. We have staff members from the Virginia Community College system with us. Would you please stand at this time? And if you are already standing, would you step forward, please? Susan? And I think I saw Al. Okay, Al, you're standing. That's good. Before noon. Good job. We have a group of people who are so special to us, and they do so much on our behalf. I want to share with you that Bob was responsible for the development of the college in the early years. He was the founding president of this institution. Bob provided the philosophical underpinning of the college. He was an innovator. He was inspirational. He was a genius at staffing, with a couple of 3 exceptions. Did you hire Bill Munzik, Bob? He's one of the most positive individuals I have ever known. This college willingly accepted his philosophy, and I can tell you that that philosophy continues until this day. Bob actually planted the seed for an economic development component at the college very soon after his arrival here. Dr. Sullins is our graduation speaker this evening, and you need to know that tonight he will receive the designation of Professor Emeritus as the founding president of New River Community College, and for his exemplary leadership to this institution. Bob, we are so honored to have you with us at this function today. Dr. H. Randall Edwards followed Dr. Sullins as president. He came to New River Community College at a different time. Budgets were very tight and enrollments were exploding. Facilities were rare. Randall brought with him a vision. He saw a need for campus development, and he was a champion for student access. He brought considerable expertise to New River Community College in facilities justification, in construction, and general campus planning. I've said this about Randall many times, and I say it affectionately. He was the only person I've ever known who could honestly put a square peg in a round hole. In other words, Randall did what he needed to do to make it work. His leadership produced 2 buildings, and he is the one individual most responsible, as has already been said here, for conceptualizing the Regional Economic Development Center and for laying the critical groundwork which has made this day possible. Because of Randall, we do not need to dedicate this tent. We can do better. Randall was one of the most significant, if not the most significant, contributor to economic development initiatives in the New River Valley when he was here. It is fitting, Randall, that you be here today to celebrate a truly great day and to witness the beginning of the conclusion of your own dream. We're pleased that you're here. Both Dr. Sullins and Dr. Edwards are to be commended for their respective contributions, though vastly different, which combine to provide a strong foundation for the future development of this institution. Now, before we conclude this ceremony, I would like to share with you that in just a few minutes we will go to our groundbreaking. We have a reception over in this area in honor of this event. We invite all of you to come. Ham biscuits might be a bit cold, but they're still there. I want you to know something else, that this activity here this morning, the planning for it, the fact that you're under this tent, took a great team effort. So many people worked diligently to make this day a pleasant day for you. So I applaud them. They do that even while we are planning and setting up to hold our graduation exercises today, because we wanted today to be the finest hour in the history of New River Community College. And we're dedicated to making it just exactly that. But it couldn't happen without all of the work that our faculty and staff have done while trying to do other things. I want to especially thank Mark Rao. I went to Mark several months ago and I said, Mark, I don't want to tell you anything other than the fact that I want you to produce a groundbreaking. And that's all that I've had to do. Thank God, it would have been a disaster otherwise. But Mark has made such a contribution to this, and I will be forever grateful to you for that. And I would even like to thank Bill Munsey for this beautiful ground. Bill, you and your staff have done a marvelous job, and thank you so much for making us look so attractive today. Now I would like to call on Dr. Lou Shackler to make a special presentation on behalf of the New River Community College Board, after which we're going to assemble in this order. Now, for those of you that don't mind shoveling, Madison, we have more supervisors of shoveling around here than we really don't need enough supervisors. But in your case, you can supervise. We'd like to ask the groundbreakers to assemble over by the shovels. That's what you break ground with. I would like to ask Randall to go over there a little bit later. And Randall, you will shovel the first shovel alone. Then we're going to ask Senator Marie, Delegate Munford, Delegate Baker, and our Chancellor, Dr. Oliver, to do the second turn. And you, all of you should go over there. Mark Rowe's going to sort you out. I'm tired of sorting you. I would like our Building and Slide Committee of the College Board, Roger Lewis, David Larson, and Bruce Shackler, to be the third one. Mark, are you getting this down? If there are other college board members, and there are, I would like the entire college board, the remaining college board members, to do the fourth show. Now listen to me, because you're not seated together. We have the chairs of our governing boards of the localities right here, some of them. We would like for you to participate in our fifth group. Would you assemble over here, and if we have to have 2 diggings, we'll do that too. We may only have to have 1. Now, Bob Asbury, your mayor is not here, so we want you to participate in that group. And for those of you whose mayors or supervisors are not here, you fill in. Then, another very special group, I want our campus leaders, Sherry Brawley, who is the outgoing president of our Classified Staff and Support Staff Association. I would like for you to Green, who was the chairman or chairperson of our faculty assembly this past year. I don't have any particular feelings about anyone else here that would like to turn spade to dirt. If you would like to shovel, please feel free to do so. We have enough shovels to accommodate you. If there's enough of you working, we can save some site development costs. Before I leave the podium, thank you again today for being here, for this wonderful display of support, and for just being you. You're just great. Dr. Shuckler.
Now, I would like to present to you Dr. Edwin L. Barnes, President of New River Community College.
It's also my pleasure to welcome you here this evening. After that reaction, it reminded me that this is a time of celebration, and as pleased as many of your parents are and your spouses are for your completing this work, we certainly are very pleased for you too. I would like to start by recognizing some very special people here this evening. And before I move down that list of people, I would like to compliment and to commend the families, the fathers, the mothers, the sisters and the brothers, and the children and what have you of all of the graduates here this evening. And I think this group of people should get a round of applause, because without their support, most of us wouldn't be here today. So let's recognize those parents and close and loved ones. Dr. Shuckler, I hope that we can hold this group down this afternoon. Obviously, this ceremony is for our students. It is a day of celebration. It's a moment of celebration. But I would like to reflect seriously for a few moments, if I might, on some very dedicated professionals that have helped these folks achieve this degree this evening. Those folks are the faculty and staff of New River Community College, and I sincerely believe that this is the finest faculty and staff, the most caring and dedicated group of people with whom I have worked. I don't believe that you will find a more competent staff in any college or university anywhere in this nation than the staff at New River Community College. I admire the way that they love and care for their students and the graduates who were seated before us. These are the products of their work and the reason for our celebration here this evening. So, graduates, I would like for you to celebrate with me, even as we're here this afternoon to reflect on your achievements. Help celebrate with me the faculty and the staff of this great college, New River Community College. Let's give them a big hand, graduates. Dr. Shuckler has asked me to summarize, if I might, just for a few moments, and this is not our reason for being here, some of the achievements of our faculty and staff this year, because they're impressive. But during the year that we're concluded, our faculty and staff have enjoyed some substantial achievements of their own, and I would like to share just a few of those as we move through the program. I don't know how many of you are aware of it or not, but during the year that we are concluding here today, New River Community College programs for serving disabled students were recognized twice, not once, but twice, as national models, the best in the nation, if you will. And I would remind you that teachers and staff made that possible, but more importantly, they were concerned about the access of education for all citizens in the New River Valley. We're very proud of that accomplishment. And I say to you this afternoon, faculty and staff, for all of those who contribute to that, we're grateful to you. New River media productions were judged and stayed in the nation as being among the best, and in one instance, a New River production was judged as the very best in the nation. Staff members produced that. Staff and faculty working together established in Blacksburg this year the first of 3 comprehensive off-campus instructional sites. Additional sites are planned for Floyd and Giles County and will be linked to the Dublin campus through telecommunications and computing technology. When this is completed, access to programs and services will be greatly enhanced throughout our service region, and we're looking forward to that because many opportunities will be offered to our students that have not been previously offered. As early as this summer, this is too late for most of you, but as early as this summer, students will be able to access a vast menu of computer-assisted instructional programs and library services through more than 400 on-campus network computers, thus greatly expanding independent learning and tutoring opportunities at the college. And if you decide to stay with us, perhaps you can take advantage of some of those. And earlier today, ground was broken for a new regional economic development center, which will provide a number of training and retraining opportunities for both unemployed and employed persons in the New River Valley. The center will become perhaps the finest economic development resource in this area and the only one of its kind in the Virginia Community College system. There are many other achievements of our faculty which can be attributed, but the very best accolade I can offer to them is that they are genuinely committed to serving students. And I think those of you that are here this evening know that. I want them to know how grateful I am to each one of them and how very proud I am to be associated with each of them, both individually and collectively. I would also like for us to remember a member of our college family who passed away this year, Mr. Jack Palmer, who served this college for 12 years. I would like to say to Jack's family that our best thoughts continue with his family. At this time, I would like to recognize some very, very special people, members of our college board. Each member of the college board has shared many hours and a great deal of energy and talent in providing guidance in the development of this institution. New River has always been blessed with a wonderful group of individuals who provide this service. They have worked hard to assure that the college is providing programs and services which meet the needs of citizens, businesses, and industries in the New River Valley. It's now a real pleasure for me to introduce a group of people who are very special to me by political subdivision, the members of the board who are present with us tonight. Members of the board, as I call your name, will you please stand and remain standing until all of you are introduced. From Floyd County, we have Mr. Roger Lewis, Mrs. Karen Thompson. From Montgomery County, we have Mrs. Martha Bolt, Dr. Shirley Gherkin, and Mr. David Larson. From Pulaski County, we have with us this evening Mr. Jerry Whitehurst. And from Radford City, we have our wonderful board chair and a great supporter of this college, Dr. Louis Shackler and Mr. H.B. Witt, Jr. Now, I would like for you to join me in recognizing this wonderful group of people who give up their time on behalf of New River Community College. Mark and Katrina, that was really beautiful. It's such a beautiful evening, such a beautiful occasion, and that was just icing on the cake. We're about to put some real icing on the cake because this evening we're assembled to pay tribute to our graduates.
but also to 3 individuals who have made substantial contributions to their professions, to students, and to this college. It should be noted and understood that the designations which are being bestowed upon each of these individuals represent the very highest honor that this college offers. Our first honoree is Dr. William J. Dawson, who served New River Community College from June 1st, 1972, and he used to remind me that he had seniority on me in case we had cutbacks, and I began on July the 1st. But he served from June 1st, 1972 until December the 31st, 1991. Dr. Dawson served for 11 years as Division Chairperson of Social Sciences and Humanities, and for 8 years as a faculty member in the same division. I would like to read you some excerpts from letters of nomination for the recognition he is about to receive. The following comment was offered by a new faculty member at the time, who's no longer new, but he said, not long after I joined the New River faculty, Dr. Dawson came into my office and spent quite a bit of time sharing with me the history of the college, always in a positive spirit, and spent even more time answering my varied questions. That is typical of the man. When he sees a need, in my case, he thought it would help me become oriented faster, to know a bit about the school. He does what he can to help meet the need. He states further that I recommend him for his strength of character, for his deeply moral and caring nature. He is a fine role model for others. Excuse me. Another says, having worked with him for many years, I have had many first-hand opportunities to observe his numerous contributions to education. I do not know anyone who places greater value on the power of education or who accepts his role as an educator more conscientiously. As a teacher, he never requested or accepted blind acceptance from his students. He wanted them to analyze, to question, to think. In short, he wanted them to learn. Another faculty member states, the one feature that I've respected most in Bill is his own love of learning. The only time that I heard him reject new thinking, and I still tease him about this, was when he was reflecting one day on computer technology. He pondered a while and his eyes sparkled and he said, you know, I think I'll let this one pass me by. I think Bill can be forgiven for this one lapse, but he has never wavered in his concern for the welfare of his students, his colleagues, and the institution. As a while, furthermore, this concern continues. Although he is fulfilling a different role now, he is as involved as ever in making life better for others. Seldom is a college so fortunate to have a person of his dedication and ability, another writes. I know I'm not alone in my views about Dr. Dawson, or should I say Bill, because he is the kind of person who would want the personal touch to those of us who have known him and worked with him for so many years. He is very much missed by people on this campus, and I know of no one who I could give any more of an endorsement for this honor to than Bill Dawson. At this time, it's a personal joy and a personal privilege to present to my good friend and colleague, a person whom I love dearly, Dr. William J. Dawson, a medallion as a symbol of his designation as Professor Emeritus of New River Community College. Bill, would you please step forward? Would you take that mortarboard off? Folks, the new Professor Emeritus for this college, Bill, thank you. I love you.
Thank you so much.
I love you. Our second honoree this evening is Mr. Marvin P. Long, who served on the faculty of New River Community College from February 1st, 1974 until his retirement on June 15th, 1984. It should be noted that Mr. Long also served as an adjunct faculty member prior to joining the full-time staff and following his retirement. Mr. Long has been with us for many, many years. I would like to read several excerpts from letters of nomination for the recognition Mr. Long is about to receive. One person writes, Mr. Long came to New River in 1974 as a professor of business and marketing after serving 7 years as plant manager for Virginia-made hosiery mills in Pulaski, Virginia. The knowledge, management style, and practical application which Mr. Long gleaned from his years of service to Virginia-made and to other industries were shared with his students, bringing to life all the theory they studied in textbooks. This person writes further, the positive feelings students had about Mr. Long were reflected in his student evaluations. The evaluations were filled with positive and repetitive comments such as, the class time flies. Mr. Long brings the subject to life. He really knows his subject. He is very challenging. His free and easy instructional manner allows for student interaction and promotes learning. I want to take more classes with Mr. Long because he is helping me to understand my job, and he is so intelligent. Never was there one negative comment made about Mr. Long by any of his students. Every now and then in the field of education we see a professor who truly typifies excellence and who is so dedicated to the process of imparting knowledge that students literally flock to his classes. Mr. Long was this kind of mentor. Even though he has been retired for 8 years, his reputation is still so respected that in any semester he chooses to teach, his class is filled with eager students. Another writes, I had the distinct privilege of being mentored by Mr. Long when I first entered the community college system in the 1970s. My success as an instructor is in large part due to the guidance and support given me by Mr. Long as we guided the management program in its formative years after New River Community College became part of the comprehensive community college system. And lastly, Mr. Long has a gift many educators have, the ability to connect with students. And I think as we refer to Bud Long, connecting with students continue to come out time and time again. Mr. Long had years of work experience prior to entering the teaching profession, and he was able to teach theory through real-world experience. In an occupational technical program, this skill is paramount, and Mr. Long was a master at it. At this time, it is also a great personal joy and personal privilege to present to another good friend who I love, a great colleague, Mr. Marvin P. Long, a medallion as a symbol of his designation as Professor Emeritus. Mr. Long, would you please step forward? Thank you. God bless you, brother.
You gave me the chance. Cover that old bald head.
I love you.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Our third honoree is another wonderful person. He's Dr. W. Robert Sullins. Dr. Sullins joined St. Petersburg Junior College in 1989 and serves as the Vice President for Educational and Student Services. Prior to his current appointment, he headed a doctoral program in community college education at Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University and taught graduate classes in college administration, finance, leadership, governance, teaching, and curriculum. He's been a high school mathematics teacher, principal of a private secondary school, dean of instruction at Wytheville Community College, and he was founding president of a very special institution, New River Community College. He received his undergraduate degree in mathematics from Stetson University and his master's and doctoral degrees in education administration from the University of Florida. He has authored and co-authored numerous articles on finance, administration, organization, and leadership in community colleges, 4 monographs including re-examining community services in community colleges and curricular comprehensiveness in small rural community colleges. He is a frequent presenter at local, state, regional, and national professional meetings. Dr. Sullins received the Distinguished Service Award from the Council of Universities and Colleges in 1986 and Person of the Year Award from the National Council on Community Services and Continuing Education in 1990. He is married, and he and his wife, Jo, have 2 daughters, 2 sons, and 2 grandsons. Dr. Sullins was the founding president of New River Community College and served this college as president from 1969 until 1976. He has been widely recognized for the philosophical underpinning of the college, and there are many of us who believe, with good reason, that his spirit lives even today on this campus. Following are several statements taken from a resolution which was presented to Dr. Sullins by the New River Community College Board earlier today. He displayed exemplary leadership at New River Community College and within the entire Virginia Community College system. He served with distinction as a community leader and advocate of the community college as an integral part of the region it serves. He showed unwavering commitment to the mission of the Comprehensive Community College and established the underlying philosophy that pervades the college even today. He encouraged experimentation, innovation, and creativity in providing equal access to post-secondary education. He consistently recognized the contribution made by each employee within the college. And lastly, he encouraged and provided opportunities for continuing professional development among faculty and staff, assuring the improvement of the college's service to the community. At this time, it's a personal joy and a personal privilege to present to my good friend and colleague and to the gentleman who brought me to the great state of Virginia a medallion, a symbol of his designation as President Emeritus of New River Community College. Dr. Sullins, would you please step forward? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our speaker for the evening and the President Emeritus of New River Community College, Dr. W. Robert Sullins. Bye.
Ed Barnes, just a giant of a man who, it's just hard to describe him. He's just like a big old teddy bear, or he was like a big old teddy bear.
It's not only a great day to be alive in the Commonwealth, but it's a great day to be here and to share something so special with our friends. And if you're here today, you are a friend, and you know that friends make sharing so special.
Hello, my name is Mike Barnes. I'm Ed Barnes' youngest son. Something happened that changed his life, put him on a different course in life. He was sitting on a bench waiting for the school bus, and a teacher came and sat down beside of him. And this teacher proceeded to tell him that he was one of the finest students that she had ever experienced in her classroom. And she looked him straight in the eye and she said, no matter what anyone tells you, you need to go to college. And it was one of the first and only times that anyone in his life had ever said anything that made him feel worthy. But he never forgot about this teacher. He discovered the program at Virginia Tech, and he applied for a job at New River, and his life took off, because when he came to New River, he found a group of people that felt the same way he did about encouraging people, helping people to realize that they were worthy and capable of going to college, just like that 8th grade teacher did. And I think those were the best days of his life. He came home happy, he came home excited every day, and all that passion, he spent the rest of his years with that passion inside of telling people what they were capable of, how worthy they were, and don't let anyone tell you any different. And he told me that New River had everything it took to be one of the greatest colleges in the nation. Dad's heart was here, and I think that he spent his best years here. There's something about the mix of folks here, the talent, the dedication. Perhaps it's bred in the culture here.
It's a great day. It's not only a great day to be alive in the Commonwealth, but it's a great day to be here and to share something so special with our friends. And if you're here today, you are a friend, and you know that friends make sharing so special. There are members of this audience that will not believe this little anecdote, but that's okay too. A number of years ago, when I was living in North Carolina, I got up one Saturday and I wanted to play golf so bad. And all of my friends, all of my golfing friends were on vacation. And so late that day, I couldn't take it any longer. I said to myself, I think I shall go to the golf course, and maybe someone will invite me to participate in their foursome. And sure enough, I did, and they did. And I was in this foursome, and on the first hole, I had about a 20-foot putt for a birdie, and I knocked it in. On the second hole, I knocked in another birdie, and on the third hole, there was a blind shot to a par 5 hole, and when I came over the ledge after hitting my second shot, I looked down from above, and the most beautiful sight I think I've ever seen in my life. There was my ball resting about 10 inches from the hole before a tap in for an eagle. Now, folks, I don't know how many of you play golf, but you know that starting off birdie, eagle. Quite an accomplishment. It's a miracle for me. I've never done it before or since. 4 after par after 3 holes. So a 4 and a par after 3 holes. Well, guess what? There's not a soul not forcing that gives a hoot about my birdie, eagle. There's no friends, nobody to share that thing with. And when I got back home, the only person that I could share that with was Shirley. I said, Shirley, I started off birdie, eagle. She said, what's a birdie? The point I'm making here this morning is that all things that are special are made more special when our friends participate with us. And for that, I thank you for coming today so much. It means a great deal for your